the $10,000 advice. In this episode, I'm going to share with you an advice that changed my life, not only mine, but of my clients forever. It's the advice that has us make 10, 20, 30, $45,000. And I'm really excited to share this with you. And before we go into the advice per se, I want to share with you a little story. When I first started my business, in my first year of business, there was this event in Paris. I remember it was like in July. The event was in July, it was in Paris, and I was so excited to go to Paris. A part of me really wanted to go. A part of me did not believe it was possible for me to go. And I remember talking to some friends, actually one specific friend who told me, Sherina, if you really want to go, you can go. Like, you can make it happen. And I'm like, okay. Like, something inside me like really just believed her. And I was like, okay. And I remember, and the reason I felt that I couldn't go was because it was like I would be going alone. What if my parents don't let me? Like, all the stories we tell ourselves, right? Like the money, all that stuff, right? Like travel all the way to Paris for an event, right? Like all the way from Panama. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I went. And I knew I had to go to this event, like something inside of me knew I had to be there. And this is the power of really following our gut and following our intuition. Like, this is so like underrated, but it's so important and it's so powerful. And following my gut, I went there, I was there, and I felt so amazing. And it was an event that I knew nobody. So I literally went alone. I knew nobody. I remember when I went to Paris, I actually ran into a friend of my brother. She was super nice. She had an aunt in Paris. And I remember like when I reached Paris, they supported me. They told me where I had to go, where to get the taxi, all that stuff. And I was like, this is perfect because she spoke French fluently. Like, I could defend myself, but I really couldn't speak fluent French. And it was perfect. It was amazing how, like, by making the decision, the universe sent angels. It was amazing how every part of the journey, there was someone supporting me. And when I was there in the event, on day one, because it was a 2-day event, there was a speaker that came on stage. And he was talking about belief. He was talking about mindset. He was talking about the power in believing in yourself. And because I was so hungry, and this is something that I make sure I'm always hungry to learn, I sat in the front row seat because I was like, I need to like sink in all the energy, all the content, everything I can from this event. Like, it's been a long journey here, right? It was like a journey to get there, right? I want to take advantage of every single minute and every single moment. And when he went on stage, he spoke about this. And he shared a story that really, really caught my attention. He shared the story about how when he was growing his life and his business, he didn't feel it was possible for himself to build what he had at the moment, because he's obviously growing by the year. And when he shared that story, it made me think of myself. It made me think, do I really believe that I can do this? Do I really believe I can build my business? Do I really believe that I can make the money and have the abundance that I truly desire? At the time, I was actually working full time, like making less than $1,200 a month. So even the idea of making $10,000 like was like so out of my head, right? And he was talking about this, how like, you know, each and every one of us in that room could make $10,000. And it was all in our mind. He kept on saying like, guys, like, it's not what you do. It's like really in your mind. You got to believe you can. You got to believe you can. And I was just looking at him and I was like, yes. Like, I remember being in front of him being like, yes, that's true. Like, I can. And like, after hearing him and listening to him, he kind of convinced me that I could. And I just looked at him and I was like, yes, I can. I literally screamed in the middle of his talk. And he looked at me. And he pointed to me and he said, yes, you can. Why are you not making this money? Like, you should already be making that. And when he said that, he had looked, like, obviously I was in front of him because I was in front row seat. He looked at me in my eyes when he said that. And when he said that, looking at me in the eyes, I was like, something done. Like, I was in my mind, I was like, done. This is done. This is it. This is true. This is possible. Something inside of me changed. Something inside of me was like, yeah, this is it. This is my reality. Of course I can. And I'm so glad that I was around that environment and community of amazing entrepreneur women who were so committed as well, like how I was, and around amazing mentors, coaches, and all of that, because that really like built up that belief during those 2 days. And that day, I remember going back to my hotel and we're taking a shower and thinking like, I can. And he gave us this mantra. He said, repeat this phrase, I can, I am, I will. Just repeat it because you gotta like enroll yourself that you can do this. Because if you don't believe you can, nothing I say, none of the strategy we give you today will work. And I was like, okay. And while I was showering, I was like, yes, I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, I am. And I kept it as a song. And I still repeat this in my mind every single day. Like, this man changed my life. And I was like, I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, I am. That was the month I had made my first $12,000 in cash in my business. And this was only like 7 or 8 months in my business. And it blew me away, because when I shared with someone what had happened, what I had done, what I had made, this someone was in shock. This someone was like, no, you cannot do that. That's impossible. Are you sure you counted right? I don't think you're right. And I was like, wow, you don't believe I can do it. And nothing against this person, but it's so amazing how the most important thing was the belief. And I don't know if this is good or bad. I started my business when I was 23 years old, which was really, really, like, I was a really innocent girl when I started. I'm a little bit innocent, right? But I'm so glad I was so innocent that I actually just believed what this person told me on stage, that I could do it. So innocent that I believed him that I could do it, that I should have already been doing it. That was the belief, that was the advice that changed my life and led me to $10,000 that month and growing ever since, And I share this story with you because maybe you don't believe that you can do it. Maybe you don't believe that you can make whatever you want to make. Again, money is just energy. It's just energy. And this energy is not good or bad or positive or negative. It's actually just neutral energy. And your desire to make whatever you want to make in your life, or your desire to have that steady flow, right? That steady flow of money in your life is an okay desire. It's a cool desire. One of the books that I love, The Science of Thinking Rich, Wallace Wattles, he talks about how, when we have the urge and the desire for money, it's because that's the universe, that's God's urge inside of us, asking for more life. So whenever, and that's the other thing in my own journey, I felt really, really bad and guilty desiring money. Like, to tell someone that I actually wanted money and I wanted to make money, that I desired money, I felt really guilty. So maybe you're watching this, maybe you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, I so resonate with you, right? Like, I feel a little bit weird or guilty wanting or desiring money. But Wallace changed my life when he shared that in the book, that it's the urge of life wanting to come through us, to flow through us, to evolve through us, that changed my life. And that is it. Like, if you are in that energy that you feel you cannot do it, I want you to know that you can. And if you have the desire, if you already have a desire, it's because something inside of you is wanting to come out. It is already possible. There's a dimension in this world right now that it is already happening, right? And the advice that I want to share with you today in this episode is this: believe in yourself. Believe you can do it. You can do it. You will do it. You are doing it. You got to believe in yourself. And here's the thing, if you don't believe in yourself yet, or if there are people around you who do not believe in you, or on the contrary have gone against you or have tried to enroll you in a story that is not true, use this podcast, use this moment, pause this podcast, and just tell yourself, I can, I will, and I am. If you want, repeat this after me while you're listening. In your mind, if you're in a place where you can't repeat it out loud. But if you can repeat it out loud, if you're taking a run while you're listening to this, or you're driving your car and nobody's around you, or even if someone's around you, what the hell, right? Whatever. Go and let's say it together. I can, I will, and I am. I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, and I am. You can, you will, and you already are. I want you to receive that. Whatever it is that you desire, especially when it comes to money, because that's what we're talking about today, know that you can. The only thing that might be holding you back from what you want to do is your disbelief in yourself. And guys, this is not only when I started my business in that 7th month of business, but I see this all the time while I grow my business, because it's been a journey since, and it's gonna be a journey since, right? Like, I have no idea when it's gonna be like the finish line, but this is a journey. And the idea of this too is to share with you what I'm learning in my journey, right? And it's that you gotta believe in yourself. And recently I've been, working on this project. And in my mind, I did not believe this project was possible for me. I did not believe that I could be successful in this project. And it wasn't successful. And I realized that the only thing holding me back from success in this project was me. Was the disbelief I had in myself, that I believed that I could not do it. I had to take a break from all the actions that I was doing and lock myself in my bathroom, look in the mirror, and enroll myself that I could do it. Talk myself into that I can. Like how that day in that event, that Paris event, this person did in front of me. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that is what it takes. It's like locking yourself and talking to yourself. One thing that I love doing, that if you guys want to take this, like it's going to change your life, I record myself. I actually take my phone and I record myself and I enroll myself on the vision that I'm creating. Right? I'm enrolling myself. Like the last audio that I recorded was like enrolling myself on this idea, which is true. I believe it, that I am in the process of impacting 1 million women around the world to be in flow around money. That's my mission. That's my impact. And I'm so enrolled. I truly believe that. I truly believe I'm already on the process of that. I'm already really, really advanced in that, right? Maybe when you're listening to this, maybe we've already passed the 1 million women. We're going for the 2, 3, or maybe even 5 million at this point, right? But the only thing holding you back from your dream in your business and in your life is you, is what goes inside here, inside your mind. Now let me ask you this. Do you believe that you can achieve what you want to achieve? Let's say it's a number. Let's say it's a dollar amount. Do you truly believe that? And if you don't, enroll yourself. Convince yourself if you need to, right? But I don't even like using the word convince. Like I like the word enroll, because it's kind of like enrolling you, right? Or make believe, like do what you need to do. Talk yourself into it. Give yourselves reasons of why you can, because that's the other thing. When you are ingraining a belief in yourself, it's not enough just to say the belief and that's it, because it's like saying affirmations, which is why I love affirmations. I love mantras, but if they don't line up with your energy and they clash with your energy, they do more harm than good, right? So you want to enroll yourself. So if, let's say you're in the goal or you're in the process of making $1 million, let's say. Don't say I'm a millionaire. If your energy, you say I'm a millionaire and you just feel like icky and resistance. Say things like, I'm in the process of becoming a millionaire. I believe I can be a millionaire because I have the energy and the mission to create an impact, $1 million worth of impact in the world. And I know I can do it. I've been going through so much in my life, and I can see how I can, like give yourself reasons. And if you're an analytical, like my fiance is, give yourself reasons. Write the reasons down. Right? What are the reasons? Like, give yourselves reason as to why. I always laugh with my fiance, who I adore and love. I'm going to see if I can bring him to one of the episodes in the podcast. And he's amazing because he is super analytical in a good way. And I say in a good way because when we decide on something, he won't randomly just go do it. He'll think about it. He'll really enroll himself. And I love it because the other day he was going to buy this lens for the camera. And it was not just, I'm going to buy the lens and that's it. It's like, let me buy a good lens. He did his research, all that. And he enrolled, when he told me which one he wanted to buy, he enrolled me into which one. He gave me the reasons. And it was like, Sherina, because this one does this. And I was like, okay, done. That is the way you got to enroll yourself of why you can believe it. What are your this? What are your reasons to? Get yourself analytical, right? And enroll yourself that you can do it. Because here's the thing, guys. This is my $10,000 advice for you today. If you take this advice from this episode and you implement it in your life, you will no longer be the same. You no longer will be making the same money, hopefully, by the next time we speak or talk. You can do it. You are doing it. And you will do it. Remember, I can, I will, and I am. There's nothing holding you back from achieving what you want to achieve than yourself. Get over yourself and go for it. See you on the next episode.